Alright, let's see. I think we're live. I also need to claim the rewards that we got earlier for this event. Right, there should be a 500 energy around here somewhere. We got a boxy gift. Ooh, nice. I'll have to come back for that. Let's grab the energy first. Hey Gary H, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Currently, I'm gonna really quickly pick up the promos. Right, we got 500 energy I did not grab yet, and we have this boxy gift. Should definitely grab that. So I'm gonna grab those real quick. Then we'll probably get going a little bit here. I should also probably grab the live stream link and put it in my Discord channel, which we will do quickly. There we go, live stream link. We will put it into our Discord channel. Nope, not there. It looks like Ron recently added here, and so did Indominatus. We'll add Indominatus to the Facebook wheel because I don't think they're on there. Or wait, let's see, the web wheel. Let's see, open list. Sorry guys, just a couple of things here. We'll do it while we're here. Indominatus. Save that for today. Then I think there's one more on Facebook. Ron, I don't think I had him on there. And now Ron's on there. So everyone should be on there. Cool. Alright, so we are ready to go now. Alright, we can close that. Good morning, Rodney Parker. Nice to have you here, Ron. Good to see you. Gujo, hey to you as well. Love to see ya. You don't see me. Oh, well that's weird. I do see you. Good morning to you, Incognu. Good morning to everyone as well. Hello, Dr. Barbadelli. I think you should be able to see me, right? I think I'm on there. All right. Hey, Wally. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Sue, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Francis, hello to you. Hi, Mohibula. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Today we do have the last day, right, of the ×4 sale. So last chance to get some emeralds if you're going to get some before the lunar event that starts pretty much, I'm guessing, right after this. So it should be right as soon as this event ends. So in, let's see, in 11 hours and 41 minutes, there will be the next lunar event. The camera is off, really? That is weird. Because I can see, okay, you can see me. Got it. Okay, weird. You see me. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I think we're working, so we're gonna keep rolling. Let's see. Ooh, we got the Hero Soulstone chest. Love to see that from the daily login. Missed a couple days, but that's okay. Skin sale, of course, we have those new skins coming, again, as I mentioned, in 11 hours and 42 minutes, essentially. So that is something I'm looking forward to in terms of the new skins. I know we already know that we're getting Magic Defense, which kind of blows, in my opinion, for Isaac, but I'm probably going to pick it up anyway. I just won't be maxing it out anytime soon. But that's the plan right now. And I think we're also going to pick up Chaba skin, probably is very likely on my end as well. We'll see. I might end up getting the other one just because I don't want to not have one skin, but we'll see how it goes. Awesome. Hey, Vitamin, nice to have you here. Love these emojis. They're always so cool. Okay, let's see. I do need to make sure I start at least the Titanite right for the guild. Got to do that. So we pick that up there. We should probably start our airship, always important. And I've been seeing a lot of people, right, being very successful in Chapter 14, and I've seen some good teams, right, with some red heroes. Um, a lot of Ching Mao, which is great. Cornelius has been popular in those chapters. Love to see it. And I'm really glad that people are still working on their pets. I think pets are key, and they really do make a huge difference when you are fighting those opponents, right? Because you got to remember, like, the original setup of the game did not involve any pets. Um, because you didn't have pets before, so you didn't have that extra bonuses, and Ascension didn't exist either. So you had a lot fewer stats to boost with less heroes and no pets prior. So it was a lot harder before, and so now things are getting a little bit easier in campaign, which I got nothing to complain about. I will be honest. Hey Tanya, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Let's see. Wally says Chaba skin is pointless in a way. He should have gotten health. Um, let's see. Let's check that out. Is that true? I agree he should have gotten health or defense, but let's see. Is attack useless? Um, I mean, I'm looking here. This just means that he's going to deal damage faster to the opponent he takes out. So this would probably allow him to deal a lot more damage to Aurora than he normally does already. So that could be good. And then this damage, right? The burp. It does deal more damage, so we'll take that. Same with the fat layer here. Increases armor proportionally to missing health. So by losing health, Chaba actually gains more armor. So it kind of helps in a sense. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's useless. I would say it's less useful, but it still I think has some merit to it. I totally get what you're saying though. Chaba does have a lot of physical attack skins. That is true, but I think it also plays to his strength. So I'm okay with it. I mean, I understand. Um, maybe there is some. There's some better options skin wise. I agree 100%. But I do think that overall, it's not maybe the worst one. Maybe not the worst thing. Jimmy likes Jabba to kill Aurora. Love it. But yeah, no, he definitely does have a lot of those skins. That's true. That is just factually accurate. I do like it though. I mean, I think Chaba is one of those heroes who, I mean, a lot of people don't use Chaba. So for those people who aren't using Chaba, I don't really see there's going to be a need right now. But I think Chaba is one of those heroes that you really will eventually want to consider investing because a lot of people have invested in Aurora. So it's just like the natural counter progression that might happen for some players who are looking to get rid of Aurora as an opponent because she is very, very annoying. Ooh, we've dropped a bit here in the arena rankings. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's take out Astaroth there. Let's put in Aurora, and let's just see how that goes. Um, And yeah, it's true. It's true. You do need to keep him at a certain level to use him against Aurora, but I think right now it's still possible, especially if you're looking at the Grand Arena perspective, because not everyone's going to be using Aurora on the main team necessarily. But it could give you an opportunity to kind of mix things up. Not a guarantee, of course, but still it gives you a chance to work on your heroes and maybe improve them a little bit for potential future use. Right? It might not be right this second, and who knows? Some of these skills seem to kind of change regularly. So I would say nothing's written in stone. You could always have a Chaba rework at some point that would really just change the way the game's played. You never ever know. Happy Chinese New Year. Yes, Vitamin. Happy Chinese New Year. And the event will start in under 12 hours. Looking forward to those new skins. I mean, I get it. Maybe they aren't the most useful because I personally don't use Alvinor like at all, so I don't need an Alvinor skin. But I get it. I get it. How much time have I spent in Hero Wars? Well, at least on this account, I've been playing since, um, what was that, October 24th of 2019. So at least more than 2 years, right? Mathematically. So more than 2 years. I would say probably closer to three because I did have an account before this. It wasn't very good. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did play a little bit. That kind of gave me some good ideas. But yeah, so that's kind of I've been playing for a decent amount of time. I'd say more than well, guaranteed more than 2 years. Um, so yeah, hopefully that gives you a sense of what I've been doing. Some good looking skins to coming forward here in Hero Wars. Yeah, I agree. I do think that I don't know, Chaba always has interesting looking skins, which I always find intriguing. So I like them just because of that. I mean, I get you know skins are not always just about looks in this game, but they always look very interesting. I like it. Chaba always looks funny to me with his new skins. And I know we have Isaac, right? Isaac's skin is very, I think, in line with what he looks like just kind of regularly. He has a little bit of a different look, right? So this is his masquerade skin. But if we're talking about his other skin, which we saw, Facebook Hero Wars, Facebook and Hero Wars. Right, they do show us kind of what these skins look like. Let's see. Right in here. And so Chaba looks kind of like an old dragon. You got, you know, I guess Alvinor kind of looks like I don't know, almost like a psychic, like mind reader kind of. And then you got Isaac over here playing with some fireworks potentially. So something interesting there. Um, but yeah, definitely some good looking skins. I like it. I agree. Chaba doesn't need skills change, just the right skins. Yeah, I hear you, Wally, but let's be honest here. Hero Wars, when they make a change, they go all in and they usually change everything. I mean, look at Lilith. Lilith didn't really need much of a change other than she needed more health, um, right? And she ultimately got completely changed. So I'm going to go with you never know, Wally. You never know what could happen, even if the change is pretty small that needs to be made, but you never know. Sometimes Hero Wars goes very drastic. So Jimmy asks, what's the best team for Nebula? I like Nebula in a lot of different teams. I think Nebula is one of the better supports in the game. So I've used Nebula in a lot of different teams. So for example, with my particular team, I use Kark a lot and I use Astaroth. That's kind of just like my go-to two. But I used to use this kind of combination all the time. So I would use Nebula and I would use either Sebastian with Martha, or I would use Faceless with this team. It would depend on my opponent's team, obviously, but I like this if I'm using Kark with Nebula. I find it to be very effective, and it deals a lot of damage. Where's Faceless? There's Faceless. So that was one option. Another one, I think if Isaac fits in between here, that's not a bad thing either. So sometimes if I'm facing a magic attack team, I'll put Isaac in, but there's a lot of versatility there, and pretty much, yeah, like we're saying here, I think Nebula is great with a lot of teams. So you could pretty much use almost any main damage dealer and have Nebula be around, and that'll be really, really helpful. So like I would do like Dante and even Yasmin, right? So you could do something like this where you have more of a dodge based team. And let me find what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Aurora and Yasmin. We could even go Qing Mao, but I'm not going to go Qing Mao in this particular example. But something like this would be also very, very effective. You'd have a lot of dodge here. You could even decide, hey, I don't want to use Yasmin. I'd like to use Heidi instead. But she's such a versatile character. I really, really like her. I prefer her not to be the last hero, and not the first hero. So those are probably the only two things that I would say not to do, is to have Nebula be first or last, because Nebula is great with the two heroes around her, right? So just something to consider there. But yes, Wally says she's a booster sport, so you would have to be specific. But if you want to burn energy, then Astaroth, Nebula, Jorgen, and Phobos. It's not a bad team. No, Lilith need to be a frontline tank of at least a strength-based mage. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Lilith had, I mean, potential. If she just had more health, I think she would have been able to survive long enough for her first skill to kick in, which would allow her to be a lot more useful. I mean, now it's completely not really worth talking about, but they've really made her into a mage now, which weird in my opinion. I'll make a video on that in the future, but I'm not a huge fan of this change. I mean, I get it from the standpoint of they're trying to make Lilith someone more usable, and by putting her in the mage role, Ascension is less of a factor because you have a lot more mages. But I don't know, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough to use it. Yeah, no problem, Ginny. Happy to answer that. Gujo says, I love your advice. Could listen to you all day. Clear and simple. I try my best. Thank you for your kind words and support. I do try my best to try to make it as clear and concise as possible. Sometimes it's not always possible because there's so many different combinations, but I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's see. Inventory. I want to look at what we got here. I've been getting a lot of these Lilith dolls, which I'll hold on to, but I didn't know why I was getting them. I guess there was some glitch with an event or something. I'm not really sure why I got so many Lilith dolls, but I'm not complaining about it. We do have some equipment fragment chests that I want to open. I don't know. I mean, we got some different fragments, so we'll see what we get here. Okay, so we got some helpful items that I need for my heroes. I really don't know who I'm really working on either. I mean, I'm working on Martha in terms of builds, but these builds are very, very time consuming. So I'm also trying to see if there is another project that I can work on that's maybe a little less time consuming with energy. I mean, I like Rufus, I like Qing Mao. My goal by the end of this year, right, is to really have most of my heroes into the orange category, right? A lot of them are all purple right now, which is great, but I do want to ultimately get all my heroes closer to all finished up, right? So just some stuff there. Why did they not add a chaotic tribe? Hmm. I think that's a great question. I actually really don't understand still why we're doing so many factions. It really, I mean, I don't want to be like, I feel like it pigeonholes a lot of players, but I think it would be cool if Hero Wars maybe didn't do so much of that stuff for you because by making it so that like you can only use Grove Keepers with Grove Keepers or whatever, you're limiting the number of options of teams that people can creatively build. Because if you get a boost, you're obviously going to try to use it, but you can't come up with your own boost strategies. So I think it would have been cooler if Hero Wars just did not do as many tribes or groupings as they've been doing. They really need to stick to like two heroes that work together or three as opposed to like four with the undead team, which like it makes it less fun. I think that's just my opinion. But you know that's a hot take. But yeah, chaotic tribe. I think the reason they didn't add it yet is because we still don't have the one key hero who is the leader of that chaotic tribe, which I believe, and I gotta double check her name here on mobile. Um, what's her name? I'm trying to think. But she's basically the evil hero in the pet adventure events, right? And her name, I want to say it's like Zisha, but I don't want to be wrong. Pretty sure it's Zisha though. Yeah, so it's Zisha, and Zisha is like the head of that chaotic, I guess, way of chaos distinction in terms of like categorizing things. So I think that's why they didn't add it yet, Wally, because they haven't added that Zisha hero just yet to the game. So they're waiting to add Zisha, and then I think they'll make that chaotic tribe more of a thing. So it's just they're waiting on the main component, right? It's just like you can't have the undead without releasing both Corvus and Morgan. If you were to just release one, um, I don't know. It wouldn't make sense. Or when they did the Blessed, right? They waited to drop Tristan before they decided to just go. We're gonna have this new faction, right? So I think they're just waiting on Zisha to come into the game, and they'll introduce her soon. I guess in the next couple of months here. And that will kind of bring in this new chaotic tribe. All right, so there is that. Let's see. I need to check a couple of other housekeeping things. Titan Valley. We don't really need to do anything, but I will, I guess, trade in my certificates for some large skinstone chests at this time, in preparation for the new skins that are coming, right? Because I'd like to avoid purchasing them with cash if I can. I'd rather use the skin stones. Guild raid, I haven't done that yet, so maybe we can try that here on stream. So you didn't like the fact that they changed Lilith. I get it. Yeah, there was no point in changing Lilith is your stance. I get it. I do think that changing Lilith to me was a surprising move. I didn't expect them to make her from a tank to a non-tank. I really thought that they would keep her as a tank. So it definitely surprised me. I'll start there. As to why they did it, maybe they're prepping for that scenario when they put in Zisha. But I don't know. I think Zisha wouldn't work with Lilith as she is right now because Lilith has very low health. When you have a hero with low health, Zisha actually, the way that she works right now on mobile, right, it could change. But the way she works on mobile is that she waits, she basically drains health from her allies to deal more damage. So the more health she takes, the more damage she deals. So that's just something to keep in mind there. So you would need some really high health heroes working around Zisha, ideally, to maximize her effectiveness. So I believe, I want to say, let's see, I don't quite remember the Way of Chaos setup right this second, but let me take a look here. Way of Chaos. So Peppy was a Way of Chaos. Lilith is a Way of Chaos. But Lilith has also been moved to that back line on mobile, right? So this has been something that she has done across the board. So like even on mobile, Lilith is now in the back line. She's no longer a front tank hero. Because she got pretty much the exact same rework that we saw here on Facebook. So just keep that in mind. It wasn't like a last minute decision. Like this was something that Hero Wars planned and did. Was it good? Was it bad? I don't think it was the smartest thing, but that's what happened. That's where I'm going to end that on Lilith right now. Yeah, I mean, I liked her as a tank. I did. I think that she was one or two upgrades on the health side away, or armor, away from being a top tier tank. I really do. I do think that. But she's no longer a tank. Unfortunately, simple as that. All right, let's see if we can deal some damage here. The goal is to get, I think, 10 million total damage and 5 attacks, which means I need to average 2 million damage dealt. But the problem with that is my teams are not evenly built. So I'm hoping I can sneak out closer to like 5 or 6 million damage just from this main team with Kark. Because Kark is by far my strongest hero, even though he's not great in boss situations. So there we dealt 6 million damage. Pretty happy with it on the level 130 boss. Not the strongest boss, but that's okay. Now we're going to go with a more common team here. We're going to use Isaac, Jew, Sebastian, and Martha. And I'm actually going to use... I think I'm going to use Cleaver here with Albus. So we'll see how that goes. I know I probably should have kept Nebula in for this one, but that's okay. Nebula's just great in all situations, I'll be honest. She's a very, very versatile hero. I really like her. Let's see. So we're dealing a good amount of damage here. Obviously, Isaac is really helping, and Jew is one of the best boss attackers. I'm just going to say it. I think he's the best boss attacker in the game. I know that's a bold statement, but look, I mean, he's going off right now. We've dealt over 25 million damage. But yeah, so good stuff there. Total 32 million damage. We've completed our missions in terms of damage. But we'll attack a couple more times here. We're just gonna run out the rest of our teams. Vitamin here says, I was very upset about the missions to buy VIP points in the last event. Yeah, I get it. I think it's interesting because I mean VIP points. I think Hero Wars was thinking it would be helpful in the stance that if you renewed your Valkyrie's favor, you would get credit for purchasing with VIP points. But I think they didn't think about the fact that people are accustomed to emeralds, and so that really, you weren't the only one. A lot of people were very upset with the way that Hero Wars handled that. I don't know. Do you just prefer the way it normally is, where you just spend and buy emerald, purchase emeralds, as opposed to purchasing VIP points? Is that kind of what you prefer? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious because I know a lot of people are mad, but I never got a definitive. This is why we're mad. I've heard a lot of like I'm mad, but I didn't quite understand. Is it because you didn't like the fact that it's VIP points, or is it because it didn't say emerald explicitly? So I guess I'm curious as to um, the exact reasoning, right? I just want to know a little bit more about your thoughts on that. I get it either way. I mean, it definitely changed from what normally happens. So I agree with you, whatever way you argue it, but I'm curious as to what your stance is on it, for sure. All right, let's see. I got one more attack here. Honestly, at this point, if I can deal more than like 1,000 damage, I'm happy. Because usually my weaker teams are not built for Ascension, especially this boss fight. And so, you just hope for the best. VIP points is a money grab. Hero Wars knows what they were doing. Yeah, I agree. I do think it was a money grab. Um, but I don't know. Maybe this is just my opinion, but I think that it almost didn't really change much from the normal purchase emeralds in game. Like, I don't know. For me, it was like kind of the same thing. Like a purchase emeralds in game still is kind of a money grab, right? Or maybe I'm wrong there, but I do see it as it's still potentially the exact same thing. They're just putting a different name on it. And by doing the VIP points, I actually thought they were allowing a bigger class of people to get some rewards that wouldn't if they just had to purchase emeralds. Because if you were renewing your Valkyrie's favor, you still qualified for some of those rewards. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, I wish VIP would go up to 100. Yeah, I hear that a lot, actually. I know a lot of people are interested in having that VIP ceiling raised. I know I maxed out pretty quick. So I get it. I hear you. I know one thing that you may want to do, actually, Tanya, is to message to get help and just put in a request. Be like, I'd like us to see if there's a level 100 VIP. You could do that. Jimmy wants VIP 1,000. That is ambitious. I like it though. Suse, is the wormhole suppressor buff worth it to buy? So let's take a closer look at that. A lot of the buffs I buy are for my specific team, which is basically focused on Kark, Ju, and Yasmin as my main damage dealers when I'm going in the guild raid. But let me take a look here. It is pretty pointless, I'll be honest. Yeah. I mean, I've been at VIP 15 for a while, so I get it. I do. I do. But let's take a look here at the buffs real quick before we move on. Oh, that's wrong. That's the log. We want to look at the buffs. There we go. No, not my buffs. Let's just look at the buffs generally. All right, so I didn't get the wormhole suppressor. Decreases damage dealt. I think it's not a bad one. The ones that I did get, though, were Defense Sphere Destroyer. So this boosts damage dealt to spheres by 3%. Jumpstart, my favorite one, allows heroes to start with energy. Who doesn't love a hero that can start with energy? That's a great one. Defense Sphere Override weakens the basic attacks of the defense spheres by 3%. So basically, I'm going to get hit, but it's a weaker hit. Meteors of Haste. When the meteor shower is active, my heroes get faster, allowing them to deal more hits. here decreases damage dealt by the wormhole and wormhole generator skills. Um, I'll be honest with you. Wormhole suppressor might be a little bit better than defense sphere override because it's just basically weakens the basic attacks of the spheres. But the wormhole and wormhole generator, I believe, happens a little bit less frequently than the defense spheres. I think the defense spheres are always there, right? Which is why I thought, for my purposes, I'd want to focus on those. But the wormhole suppressor is still a very good buff. It's just I didn't quite want to spend the more gold on it. I'll be honest. But the other ones, to me, for my team, made more sense because wormhole doesn't occur as often. I don't think for myself. And yeah, going back to this VIP thing, I guess if I look at my team or my own VIP, right, I'm well over VIP 15. Um, right, because VIP 15, I don't know what it ends at, but like I'm at 1,272,180 points. And I'm pretty sure you don't need that much at all. Um, but yeah, I do get it. I think they have VIP missing. They have VIP was missing. Okay, right. So no reward for past VIP purchases like other existing events. Okay, yeah. So Francis, I understand. That I totally get. And I think that that's kind of wrong. I think they should have had it. So that was kind of uncool. I definitely didn't appreciate that. That's true, Francis. I agree. I would have liked to have if you have VIP X, you should be getting those rewards. That's just how it should be. Um, and yes, thank you, Tanya. I think that would be helpful just generally. And I'll be messaging them as well. Even if we could trade extra VIP for weakest runes, yeah, that would be cool. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like they should just have um, a VIP shop like they do on mobile. The difference being that if you hit a certain VIP level, you automatically get those rewards as long as you just click claim. Basically, like you'd be buying it, but you wouldn't need anything. You'd just be like claim because you have VIP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think that would be kind of a cool thing to have. That would be a nice feature. Is if they had a VIP shop and every single day there's different items. So like maybe one would be like one soulstone of Aurora, or one soulstone or five soulstones of Biscuit for VIP level 2. For VIP level 3 you get a 100,000 or 10,000 gold, or for VIP 50, if they make that, you get one full like red item, or I don't know, something cool. Like I think it would be nice if they implemented that. Um, just my hot take, but I do think that that would be cool if they added in a merchant shop like mobile, but they made it so that you actually don't even have to make any more purchases. But because you have that VIP level, you get access to certain items during that day. I don't know, just my thoughts. As long as the magical spheres are defeated, the vortex is useless. Yeah, I agree. So if you can get rid of these magical spheres, which is the defense of Osh, you actually won't be seeing the vortex very often. So the vortex is one of those things where it kind of depends on your team. So if your team is up against a really strong Osh, you're going to be seeing that vortex a lot. But if you're not, then you're not going to have to worry about it. So I think that might be a good course of action. So that's just where I'm at, Sue. So I think because my team was stronger than um, the boss, I didn't need the suppressor as much just for my particular situation. But if I also had more gold, I would probably have done it. So that's just where I'm at, Sue. I hope that answers your question, but it's not the worst thing. It's definitely not. They're all pretty useful buffs. It's just they are expensive, and it's a week to week thing. So next week I'll need more gold, which means I'm going to be having to go to Circle of summoning some of these guys and selling them for gold. I mean, that's kind of how this has just been turning into now. So I mine my soul stones of my titans and cash them in for gold. That is just how things are now. But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. Um, Send this video to Nexters. Yes, I hear you, Joseph. But yeah, I think that would be good, is if they could implement something for VIP users, and if they had something special for special events, that's cool. Keep it. Like, why do we need to I think that's enough incentive for people to have VIP, right? And if you have this like purchase VIP points, it definitely comes off very wrong, and it will rub people the wrong way. So that's just how I think that things should work. Um, what should I do with the extra blue Titan spheres sitting on 200 and my Titans are maxed? Gary, I hear you. Right now, there's literally nothing we can do. It sucks, but that is just the fact. I have 357 of these Titan artifact spheres. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with them. I just don't. They're just sitting on my account. They're growing in value. I don't even claim the ones on Saturday anymore because I don't need them. But there's literally nothing going on with those for me right now. So I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know what to do with those. The only thing you can do is hold them until either a new Titan comes along or they change something where you need more fragments. Until then, there's literally, they just sit there. You cannot do anything with them right now. You can't even sell them for gold. Question J, how come in pets some people complete one side of the jewels and not the other side? Why not fully complete all the jewels? That's a good question, Most. Let's see. Let's take a look at our pets, and I can explain to you why I would do it if I did it. Let me take a look. Okay, so looking at my jewels, I like to usually start with the most expensive one because it takes forever, and that for me is the most annoying thing is getting to the last one and being like feeling like I'm going up a mountain. I like to do the most expensive ones first, typically, because then it's all downhill. So if I spend 125 for these charges and get them maxed, I know, well, on this end, right? These are all 125, but the earlier ones are 100. So these ones get finished a lot faster, and I feel like I got a lot more accomplished. So for me mentally, to keep me in the game, I usually typically like to start bottom and go down. So I'll usually go with the most expensive ones and then go down. But the other approach, and I did that with Mara, is Mara, the other approach is to do it with the cheapest first and then move up to the most expensive. This is a uphill approach, which I find to be a little bit more frustrating because you get the first part of it done so fast, and you do get the bonus and skills done faster. So this is probably the smarter way to do it, is to do the lowest ones first because they give you more power faster. But then it slows down exponentially as you go on. So those are a couple ways you can go about it. Another reason people might just jewel up one side is honestly because they think that it doesn't, I mean, they don't understand that when you're powering up the jewels, it's left, right, left, right, left, right? So they're just thinking that these are the first three, and these are the second three, or like this, these are the first three, and it's the next three. They're not necessarily thinking about, the way in which that they're upgrading. So I think that's one of the reasons a lot of people are not, are just doing one side is they're not thinking about the approach and how that affects their pet in terms of power. So that's my opinion. I don't think they're doing it for any other reason that they're just not considering how those jewels will impact your pet's abilities to buff your heroes. Yeah, you can sell them. So, I mean, I guess one way you could do it is you can, right? So, who was that? Who asked that? I think that was Gary H. Gary H. So, what you can do with those is you can actually, and I am not doing this, but you can open all of your fragments, right? Once you open all your fragments, you could literally just sell them, but now you're just sitting on a bunch of open fragments, right? So, you would be trading in Titan artifact spheres. You'd get some random fragments, right? Which would be these guys. And then you could sell them, and then you'd be sitting on a ton of consumable ones. Let me find it. You'd just basically be sitting with a bunch of these elemental tournament coins, which again, you really can't do anything other than wait for something else to come up. So like what Hero Wars needs to do is if they're going to do it this way, they need to make something where you can trade in these elemental tournament coins for gold. Or they need to do it where you can trade them in for hero, items. I don't know. They need to do something so that you can actually use these elemental tournament coins. Otherwise, they sit in your account and you literally have no reason to do anything. So that is something to keep in mind there. I mean, I should probably make a video saying these are some improvements Hero Wars can make. I might get in trouble, but I could try doing it at some point. But yeah, at least you could do something with them. So yeah, I think that hopefully that answered your question. Most unclean. Let's see. I will say this: Heroes events will be great for new players that come to the game. So it's good on that end. That's true. Some jewels are cheaper than others. That is 100% factually correct. So the earlier jewels will always be cheaper than the later jewels. I mean, that's just how they do it. It's never ever that the cost goes down. Gary H says one side is for the pet and the other side is for patronage with the hero. That is also true. So if you look at the pets, and I guess this is also being said down here as well. Until this game, I didn't think about the pets in that sense. I chose them based on if they loved me. I hear you. But yes, so if you look at it this way, let's see, adventures. Oh, where are my pets? So yeah, it is true though. If you look at the stats of these guys, so this side will be all about increasing the skill power and armor penetration of your pet. This is all about patronage power. Patronage power is all about giving you bonus stats, right? So this right side is all about powering up your hero stats, while this left side is all about powering up your individual pet, right? So your pet deals a lot of damage or has a blinding chance. That is based off of these three on the left, I believe. And these three are based on powering up your individual hero. So that's how these work. And that's why some people, if they're like, I just need this stronger on one hero, they'll be doing the right side. If they need their pet individually to be dealing more damage, maybe it's like an Albus, you're going to be focusing on the left side. So that's another thing to consider. There's a lot involved there. Hopefully, I mean, that makes sense. I get it. There's a lot. But hopefully it makes sense. Linda says, thanks for the video, Jay. Asgard can be a real headache when you have some low-powered and some strong guild members. Yes, Linda. I always try, because I know I'm one of the stronger ones in my guild, I try to attack Ascension later in the battle day. I want the weaker members ideally to attack first. So as soon as Thursday or Friday rolls around, right, wherever those guys are, I want our weakest members. So in this case, I would probably look at members, and then whoever is not level 130, right? So let me level 113, for example. I would want them to hit the boss first when the boss is the weakest, and then after that I can hit it and power it up to whatever level we're going to, right? So that is something that I would say is kind of something that you should plan with your guild. If it is not a battle pet, I power up the patronage side first. Makes sense, which is the right side, right? Until this game, I didn't think about pets in this sense. I chose them based on if they love me. Hey, that's fine. Do you have any clue about the coming weekend event, web and Facebook? Srihari, I don't know yet, but I can guarantee you in 11 hours, we're going to be having the lunar event. That's going to be happening, like, for sure. Absolutely, Prax. We haven't even done the live spin yet, which we will do here shortly, but we will do that. Nice to have you here, Prax. Thanks for hopping in. Is Isaac's new skin good? Vitamin, yes and no. Here's why I won't be powering it up much. The reason is magic defense is one of those things, right, that is important for Isaac, but I actually haven't been even upgrading this at all. The reason being, I want Isaac's ultimate skill to go off often. And I'm going to use Isaac a lot against magic attackers. So if my magic defense is too strong on my Isaac will not be sustaining enough damage to ult more often. So basically, I'm playing a strategic game here where I'm saying, I think I'm going to get hit a certain number of times by magic attackers, and they're going to deal a certain number of damage. But if I don't, and the more damage you take, the faster your energy charge bar gets charged. So basically, with the more times it gets charged, the more time your skill goes off, the more effective Isaac will be, the more silence he will cast. So I'm strategically saying that I will I will get the new skin, but I will not be powering it up more than probably like one level, right? So that is just something that I will probably be doing with Isaac's new skin. So I'll get it, and I'll get the initial like level 1 or level 2, but I'm not going to go all the way to level 60 right away until I see that it's really useful. But if the only reason you're picking up the skin is really to fight Osh, which is the Ascension boss, then you will want to max it out, because the boss will be a lot harder to fight, so you need more magic defense when you're fighting Osh. So it depends on your approach here, and I'll make a video that's more in depth on that, but basically explaining that in a deeper way. But basically, the bottom line is it's good if you're gonna be trying to battle Osh, but if you're not trying to battle Osh and you're just trying to use Isaac to battle other opponents in a PvP, right, player v player situation, you're gonna want to not necessarily maybe power it up all the way. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hi, Julia. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. PS dogs can't eat chocolate; it poisons them. Think about that with Fenris kids. That's funny. Um, at 1:30 a.m. Friday, we were at 160 at most. Most of our guild didn't get the 10 million bonus. Yeah, see, that is another thing. So, like, what needs to happen is the stronger players need to understand that they cannot do their 10 attacks or 5 attacks, right? It's 5. They can't do their 5 attacks before the lower players hit or late on the last day because you're hurting your own guild. You're not allowing your guildmates to grow by basically powering up the boss too much too fast so that people can't get that 10 million bonus. You can't level up your ascension. You're hurting your guild's growth. So it's all about that. Um, Currently, I'm on server 35 for Facebook. I'm on 51, kind of, maintaining that account. I don't play every day on 51 and on web. I haven't been playing every day either. The biggest reason being right now, work has been pretty crazy, I'll be honest. But, it's been pretty fun. If you'd like to recruit me, I mean, we can talk for sure. But I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Good morning to you, Andrew. Nice to have you here. No problem. Let's see. I'm going to try to grab some stuff from the airship here real quickly. So we're going to claim these items. I'm going to probably do my quick tower run. And then from there, we will probably have our picker wheel winners, right? So if you are new to the stream, right now we have a contest going on until for another 2 weeks. And basically, I'm using people who have entered into my contest on the Discord channel. So I have a Discord channel. If you're not familiar with it, a lot of my YouTube regular videos have the Discord link in the description of the video. I'd recommend clicking on it and joining the Discord channel and entering the contest. It doesn't hurt you, but it gives you a chance to potentially win some pretty cool rewards. So if you are new to the channel and you're just hanging out here on the stream, I recommend checking that out. And yes, thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up button. Much appreciated. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just breeze right through these. I like to click the middle chest. I know it doesn't really matter. It's luck. But that's how I like to go about things. So we're going to do that. And then we will have our 2 lucky winners. Hey, Kim, Tay Tay. Nice to have you here. Gary says football starts in 3 hours. He knows what's important. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, absolutely. It does. So we will just be kind of cruising through that. We will finish this chest run right here. We will have our 2 lucky winners. I will hop over to web just to show you where I'm at, right? Haven't been playing it as much, but we'll check out web for about 5 to 10 minutes and call it a stream. So that is kind of the game plan for the rest of the stream. Again, keep in mind, we will be having in under 11 hours. We're going to be having that new lunar event. So get everything you need to get done with this event, right? Time of the Fearless. If you're going to do the ×4 sale, do it before it ends, right? If you're going to do it, it's just a time. It's the best time to get emeralds. The most emeralds you're going to get. I've never seen anything more than a ×4 sale. So, don't miss out if that's what you're going to do. But we will have that Lunar Festival event right after this event ends is my guess, right? So there we go. That is kind of my spiel on that. I'm going to close. Well, let's just go ahead and do this. So we got our Facebook winners, or our Facebook winner, who we will find out who it is. Let's see if my picker wheel website decides to respond. Let's see. We're going to open our list. Sunday Facebook. Maybe. There we go. Sunday's Facebook. Okay, let's take a look here. So good luck to everybody who has entered into the contest. Let's see who our lucky Facebook winner is. Our lucky Facebook winner is Dr. Barbadelli. Man, he is on a roll with some good luck. I believe he won, I want to say a month or two ago, but it seemed pretty recent. But congratulations to Dr. Barbadelli. Sometimes luck is on your side. To others, don't feel bad. We will always have another winner next Saturday and Sunday. Congratulations, though, to Dr. Barbadelli. Let's see who our lucky web winner is. So our web winner will be selected here shortly. Let's check out who our lucky winner is. Good luck to everyone who entered. Let's see. Our lucky winner is YR Unicorn. Yes, so Andrew, the way to get into the Discord is go to my YouTube channel, right? So go to YouTube, J Fowl, and all you would want to do is click on maybe one of my recent videos, right? So not a live stream, but a video. So Hero Wars, Lunar Skins, and Possible Ideal Stats. Click on that, and if you scroll down here, you'll see there's a Discord. Click on this Discord link, and it will take you directly to my Discord channel, right? And if you open the Discord channel, from there, what you will need to do is go to the JFowl server. And once you are in the server, what you'll need to do is go to Facebook contest entry if you're trying to enter the Facebook contest entry, or you go to web and you put your name in there. So that is how you can enter there, Andrew. Make sure you check that out. No, you entered just by doing this. Yeah, no problem. So to enter, all you need to do is check out one of my YouTube videos that has the Discord link in it. Join our Discord and make sure you enter in the contest just by putting your ID in and making sure you're subbed to my channel. And basically, that is how you enter. So you just put your ID in, and I basically delete this channel after every contest ends, and then I will post a new channel, and we will restart the winners again. Tanya, I think I put Jimmy on here twice, but I don't know if I have you on here. I'll be honest, Tanya, I think I have Jimmy on here. Don't think I have you on here. So, yeah, feel free to put your name on there too, Tanya. Totally get it. Congrats to our lucky winners today, which were Dr. Barbadelli and YR Unicorn, I believe, or something like that, I want to say. I wrote it down somewhere. But yes, congratulations. Absolutely. Thank you guys for hanging out with me here on stream. I probably will play some web after, but I think we'll do it off stream. So thank you guys for your support. That is how you enter, right? So Facebook and web. There will be videos for next month as well as this contest entry. Usually this is just for Sundays, but we'll clarify that all once things happen. Yes, congratulations, Dr. Barbadelli. Nice to have you here. If someone leaves their ID twice, a vitamin, I'll be honest, I do not put their name on there twice. I double check. So don't worry. Don't worry at all, vitamin. I'm trying to make sure it's fair. So if someone puts their name on there twice, I don't count it. So appreciate your concern, but I'll let you know right now. I look to double check to make sure no one's on there twice, and I check the IDs. The exceptions being that if someone is a member, that's different, right? So everything else is good. Congratulations, Dr. Barbadelli. Message me on Discord. Congratulations. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys next week.